Fountain of Hope, written by Father Alvin Ibane and read by Dusty Miller.
Chapter 8. He hears our cries. Today, a lot of people have given up on God because they feel that He does not hear the cries and groans of His people. This may be because of experiences they have had in which they continually prayed for God's intervention, and when they didn't get the answers they wanted, concluded that God must be deaf and insensitive to the cries of His people. That's the point where they decided they were done with God. I have also been in a situation where I cried out to God and He didn't answer in any way that I wanted, or as quickly as I wanted. But I didn't give up on God, and He certainly didn't give up on me. I will share my own experience later in this chapter. The big question we need to ask here is, does God hear the cry of His people? Is He just like one of those other gods who have eyes but can't see people's tears, who have ears but can't hear people's cries and feel people's pain? Well, let's look at some passages from the Scriptures. Maybe they'll give us a clue as to the answer to this question. I strongly believe that the God of the Scriptures is still the God of today who never changes. For He says in Malachi 3:6, I am the Lord, I changeth not. If the God of the Scriptures heard the voice of His people when they cried out, and if He's still the same God we call on today, then that means He still hears our cries. Let us now look at these few passages from the Scripture. The Lord hears those who cry out, and He delivers them from all their distress. Psalm 4. Now, it came about in the course of those days that the king of Egypt died, and the sons of Israel sighed because of the bondage, and they cried out, and their cry for help because of their bondage rose up to God. Exodus 2. As Pharaoh drew near, the sons of Israel looked, and behold, the Egyptians were marching after them, and they became very frightened. So the sons of Israel cried out to the Lord. Moses cries out to the Lord, saying, What shall I do to these people? A little more, and they'll stone me. When the sons of Israel cried to the Lord raised up a deliverer for the sons of Israel to deliver them. Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. As Pharaoh approached the Israelites, they looked up and saw the Egyptians marching after them, and they were terrified and cried out to the Lord. And we find all these things in a lot of the readings in Judges and Exodus. Did the Lord hear their voice when they cried out to Him? Yes, He did, and He delivered them from the captivity of the Egyptians. The next passage from Deuteronomy is a testimony to this. For what nation is so great as to have a God as near to them as the Lord our God is to us whenever we call on Him? They themselves testified that God always heard them, whatever they cried out to Him. And the Lord said to him, I have heard your prayer and petition before me. I have consecrated the temple that you have built by putting my name there forever. My eyes and my heart will be there for all time. And we can read about that in 1 Kings. This was an answer to the prayers and supplications made by King Solomon in 1 Kings 8 to dedicate the temple he built for the Lord. His prayer was answered as recorded in chapter 9. Now they were helped against them, and the Hagrites and all who were all with them were given into their hand. For they cried out to God in the battle, and He answered their prayers because they trusted in Him. When Judah turned around, behold, they were attacked both front and rear. And so they cried to the Lord, and the priests blew the trumpets. Hear, O God, how we are despised. Return their reproaches on their own heads, and give them up for plunder in a land of captivity, writes Nehemiah. Then Asa called to the Lord his God and said, Lord, There's no one besides you to help in the battle between the powerful and those who have no strength. So help us, O Lord our God, for we trust in you, and in your name have come against this multitude. O Lord, you are our God. Let not man prevail against you. The poor man called out, as we're told in the Psalms, and the Lord heard him. He saved him from all his troubles. He fulfills the desires of those who fear him. He hears their cry and saves them. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honour him, say the Psalms. The Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. Apart from the Israelites, who were constantly crying out to the Lord in their distress, the Bible is full of examples of times when God answered the cries of his people. Below are a few examples of occasions on which individuals cried out to God, and God heard their cries and delivered them. Elijah cried out, and God revived a dead child. 1 Kings 17. Jehoshaphat cried out, and God delivered him from death. Chronicles 18. Hezekiah cried out, and God gave him victory. Chronicles 32. And Hannah cried out,